Did Diddy really break down after Biggie's final voicemail leaked? Here's the quick truth. That clip everyone's sharing, not verified, no source, no context, just a waveform and a lot of caps in the comments. Here's what's real. March 9th, 1997, Peterson Museum, LA, shots fired, Biggie's gone, case still unsolved. Theories, plenty. Some point at old rivalries, others point at Diddy, but talk isn't proof. And yeah, recent courtroom drama around Diddy makes folks feel like the voicemail must be the missing piece. Feelings aren't evidence. If a tape changes everything, it comes with receipts, not reposts. So does the leak rewrite the story? Not yet. Want the full breakdown, facts versus rumor without the fluff? Hit the channel and watch the deep dive.
The biggest stars built their empires on secrets they swore would never surface. But the silence is broken, betrayals exposed, masks falling, and reputations collapsing. This isn't rumor, it's the truth they tried to bury. And the fallout? It will change everything you thought you knew. Watch carefully, because once you see this, there's no going back. Some stories don't start with headlines or police sirens, they start with whispers that everyone ignored. And in Biggie's case, those whispers were deadly. Lil Kim allegedly tried to warn people about Diddy years ago. She also warned about Biggie's safety, but was laughed at and dismissed. According to her, Diddy told her outright that he was going to kill Biggie. Kim believed it so strongly that she said she was purposely kept away from her husband's side that night. She even revealed that she was instructed to lie about what really happened.
But now, Kim is revealing that Diddy was allegedly involved in some capacity, adding even more fuel to the fire. And Biggie's death might just be the reason for her coming out with her side of the story. The 90s were the peak in the rivalry between the East and West Coast rappers, with Bad Boy Records going head-to-head with Death Row, Dr. Dre, and Suge Knight's company. At the time, Biggie was P. Diddy's most valuable artist, as he led the music industry along the East Coast. But behind all the fame, Lil Kim claims there's more to the story, hinting that Diddy may have had a bigger hand in Biggie's demise than anyone realizes.
That lie lasted until Biggie's son, Christopher Jr., turned 18. When questions about inheritance and estate paperwork surfaced, shocking details began to unravel. It was revealed that paperwork had been arranged so Faith Evans couldn't access money from Biggie's estate unless it directly benefited their son. None of Faith's other children could access Biggie's fortune, since they weren't his biological kids. This created tension and raised eyebrows about who was really pulling the strings behind the scenes. Then came Gene Deal, Biggie's former bodyguard, who dropped another bombshell. He claimed that Diddy purposely brought Biggie to Los Angeles so he would get dealt with. His words were chilling. If you get 100 people in a room, maybe 3 would say it was okay for Big to be in LA. 97% would say he had no business there. The timing couldn't have been worse. Tupac had just been killed months earlier, making LA the most dangerous place for Biggie. To make matters worse, Biggie was not in good shape. He was often in a wheelchair, unable to run, and barely mobile. Yet despite owning his own fully equipped studio in New York, Diddy still rented studio time in Los Angeles. Gene Deal questioned this decision. Why would you rent studio time in LA when you got your own studio? To him, the answer was clear. Diddy wanted to avoid West Coast gang backlash by putting Biggie in harm's way. Deal explained it in haunting words. Y'all want the sheep? I'ma put him out in the pasture. Catch him if you can.
So what happens next with the relationship?
With our relationship?
With you and Puff, yeah.
We were cool, and we were going places, doing things as far as like going to different parties, different clubs, making sure, doing Atlanta, he doing Bad Boy Weekend in Atlanta, Detroit. We going to fights and everything like that. And nothing, we just cool. Everything is fine up until the night Big got murdered.
The pattern of decisions surrounding Biggie's final days paints a chilling picture. Was his LA trip just bad timing, or was it carefully arranged for the worst possible outcome? The truth gets darker as we move forward. Lil Kim's path to fame began with Junior MAFIA. the group Biggie created that first connected her to Diddy in the mid-90s. At first, Diddy seemed like both a friend and a mentor, but he made one shocking decision that would haunt their relationship forever. He refused to sign her to Bad Boy Records. When asked why, Diddy told MTV he didn't think she had what it took to be a star. Even more insulting, he dismissed her talent by saying she was too pretty to be rapping, implying female rappers weren't supposed to look like her. Despite the rejection, Kim adored Puff at the time. In one interview, she confessed, "When I first met him, I thought he didn't like me, but then I saw how much love he had for me. So I love you, Puff." But behind the smiles, the cracks were already showing. Even after her debut album Hardcore went platinum, Diddy still refused to bring her under the bad boy umbrella. Kim later admitted that Puff had a pattern. He did wrong by people, but money and power always saved him.
It's crazy, but let's be real. Lil Kim was warning us about Diddy way back, and no one cared to listen. She tried to put people on about Biggie too, and back then, folks just laughed her off. Now look, years later, the whispers have turned into loud conversations. More and more celebrities are coming out with their own stories about what they saw while working with Diddy. At first, it was mostly people like Gene Deal and Jaguar Wright spilling tea, but they were dismissed as being too extra. Everyone brushed them off like they were just bitter. But now, their words are starting to make way too much sense. Wild. Same thing with Lil Kim. She spoke up, people clowned her, but after all the receipts coming out now, suddenly the world is finally circling back and realizing maybe she wasn't just being dramatic. Maybe she was actually telling the truth.
The betrayal cut even deeper during Kim's prison sentence from 2005 to 2006. From behind bars, she revealed a chilling truth. Diddy never visited, never wrote, and never put a single dollar in her commissary. Instead, support came from surprising places. Oprah Winfrey sent her 3 letters and books. Tyra Banks and Marc Jacobs wrote her constantly, with Mark even describing his entire day in detail. Meanwhile, Puff, the man she thought would always have her back, stayed silent. Kim later said, "Puffy should feel really bad. You could have written 1 letter. You could have come see me one time." But what Diddy did next made things worse. Instead of standing by Kim, he threw his energy behind her rival, Nicki Minaj. While managing Nicki, he brushed Kim off, coldly saying, "She's not my business anymore." Nicki even threw lyrical shots at Kim on a Dirty Money track, while Puff stood by. And it wasn't just neglect. Kim accused Diddy of sabotaging her career. When Sisqó wanted Kim on the Thong Song, Diddy told her to play hard to get. The opportunity vanished. When Michael Jackson wanted Kim on his album, producer Rodney Jerkins told her Michael loved her style. But when it went through Puff, the collab mysteriously died. Years later, Rodney asked Kim why she turned Michael down, and she realized Diddy had blocked it behind her back. For Kim, the truth was undeniable. The man she once trusted the most may have been the very reason some of her biggest opportunities never happened.
Lil Kim's story was a constant struggle to reach the top, but one chapter has been kept in the shadows. Until now, the queen of hip-hop is finally speaking out and exposing how her former mentor, P. Diddy, was deeply involved in the manipulation and abuse she faced during her explosive relationship with the notorious B.I.G. Kim has accused Diddy of not only being involved in Biggie's murder, but also enabling her abuse all those years ago.
In 1992, fate brought Biggie and Diddy together after Diddy spotted him in a magazine feature. By 1993, Biggie was officially signed to Bad Boy Entertainment. A year later, his debut, Ready to Die, exploded, cementing him as hip-hop's new king. But behind the glitz, a storm was brewing. By 1997, Biggie was gone, and rumors began swirling that he was planning to leave Bad Boy. Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, even claimed he saw a staggering $62 million contract Biggie was preparing for his own label. This wasn't just a dream, it was a real power move. The deal reportedly included names like Lil Kim, Cameron, Junior Mafia, Charlie Baltimore, and Tracy Lee. The terms were bold. Biggie would get a huge payout up front, earn more as records sold, and eventually regained full control over his publishing and marketing rights. Biggie allegedly confided to Gene, "I'm broke now, but I'm about to get this money." And that's where the darkest speculation begins. Gene later admitted he feared Biggie was worth more to Diddy dead than alive. Biggie's wife, Faith Evans, stood by Diddy. She publicly insisted their bond was stronger than her marriage to Biggie. She even said, "If I believed Diddy was involved, I would have sued him long ago." But the whispers wouldn't die. Jaguar Wright dropped a bomb, claiming Diddy hired Faith to get close to Biggie. And when Faith's own timeline of her romance with Biggie shifted in interviews, it only added fuel to conspiracy theories.
Diddy told her he was going to kill Biggie. She knew it was going to happen. She was purposefully not by her husband's side that night. It happened, and she was told she had to lie about it. It's funny, when you ask Faith how long her and Biggie was together before they got married, the story changes every time. It was 10 days, it was 20 days, it was this days, it was that days. I'm not saying that she didn't develop feelings for him. I'm not saying that she didn't care about the father of her son. I'm saying she was hired for one job. Her being involved with Pac in the midst of all of that. But she didn't know Pac was Pac. Diddy has had a long career of using to trap niggas into making them do what he wants to do or using them to move them out the way. How does a woman with that much talent end up married to somebody like Stevie J?
The rise of Biggie wasn't just a hip-hop fairy tale. It was a story shadowed by money, loyalty, betrayal, and a dangerous game of power that may have sealed his fate. March 9th, 1997. The night hip-hop changed forever. Biggie left a Vibe magazine afterparty in Los Angeles, and minutes later, he was gone. But was it really just a random drive-by, or something far darker? Gene Deal, Puff's former bodyguard, doesn't buy the official story. He believes it was a setup, and the details are chilling. Biggie's SUV had "Life After Death" promo stickers plastered all over it. Stickers that should have never been on a rented car. Puff's car, clean. No stickers. That meant one thing. Biggie's vehicle was marked. The shooters knew exactly where he was sitting. Even more suspicious, Puff reportedly told Gene earlier that night, "You don't have to go tonight." But Gene went anyway, because he felt something was about to go down. When the shots rang out, Gene rushed to Biggie's side, pulling him out of the car as he struggled for his last breath. The trauma still haunts him. "If I didn't have God in my life, I don't know if I could have survived it." Gene insists the world's been lied to. Reenactments, documentaries, even police reports. He says they've all twisted the truth. His words cut deep. It wasn't no drive-by. That car was waiting. And if Gene is right, then Biggie's death wasn't just a tragedy. It was an execution. After Biggie's death, Lil Kim reportedly carried secrets that could shake hip-hop to its core. She saw how Diddy moved, what really went down behind the scenes, and why some people stayed untouchable. But Kim stayed silent, allegedly because Diddy warned her. That silence cost her. Fans now point to years of tension, moments where Kim hinted that Diddy sabotaged her career, used her loyalty, and left her in the shadows. And now, with Diddy's empire crumbling, all eyes are on Kim. If she speaks, the fallout could be explosive. The truth about Biggie's final night, Diddy's role in the shadows, how she herself was manipulated and silenced. Kim was there. She saw it all in real time, and one confession could rewrite everything we thought we knew about hip-hop history. The question is, will Lil Kim finally open her mouth, or will these secrets remain buried forever? The mystery of Biggie's death refuses to fade, and Lil Kim may be the key to unlocking it all. If she breaks her silence, hip-hop history could be rewritten forever. Will she finally expose the truth? Don't miss what's coming next. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this storm is only getting started.